it's all facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he off of the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, man, back with another one. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I had actually reached out to my cousin, and if anybody knows who my cousin is, who comes on the platform, you know, I actually reached out to my cousin, and it was gonna be a SCUFFLE review. You know what I'm saying? I had talked to my cousin Shiesty. I was like, "Hey, you trying to do a review?" He was like, "Hey, yo, cuzzo, you know I don't do lives. I'm gonna do a video." So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to do my own SCUFFLE review, and then I'm going to let you do your SCUFFLE review, and then we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do something like that. We'll see Scotty Shiesty sometime, you know, before the end of the year, but he going to do his review after he said he don't do no live. So I was like, all right, cool. That's what you do. Now, so let's get into this SCUFFLE review. Now, if you don't know, listen, if you're new here and you don't know what a SCUFFLE review, usually it has to do with like a fight or a brawl. But in this situation, we just reviewing the press conference. You get what I'm saying? So with my cousin Shiesty break it down, it'll probably look a little different. But hey, how he does his and how I do mine, I'm kind of stealing it from his. But we'll see how we'll make it work. We'll make it do what it do. Now, it's funny. After the press conference, I was still on 10. And if anybody's watched the show long enough, it don't take a lot for me to get on 10. It really don't. Right? It really doesn't. It never does. But I was on 10 and I couldn't get it out of my mind. And the people that were calling me wasn't helping the situation at all. Like they were making me either more upset or more frustrated, right? And let me bring this up real quick, because I want to see, I want to bring this up. Somebody put this in my comments, and it's a solid point, but at the same time, it has to be addressed because it's an issue, right? It's flat out, it's an issue, right? So KC Raw, whatever you want to call it, he says, I'm commenting on the replay. What I don't like about black folks is assigning the bad things one black school does to all black schools. The production issues at NSU is an NSU problem, not an HBCU problem. Anytime PWIs do something janky, that jankiness is not something assigned to all PWIs. Now, granted, janky, this dude got to be from the East Coast. A lot of people don't say janky, but jankiness, you know, it's an East Coast thing. But let me say this. I think in totality and fairness, I get it, right? I like what Zoe says. Two things can be true, right? Two things can be true. Is it a Norfolk State issue? Absolutely, it's a Norfolk State issue. We all understand it's a Norfolk State issue. But are these issues that HBCUs tend to have problems with? And it's not, because you can take the outlier out of and say, okay, Jackson State and get it, Jackson State, Deion, in the blowout. But the issue that I have is this. Why is it always an issue? Or it's always. Now, let me understand. Let me. My issue is this, right? It's always something. It's always something. And I think for Norfolk State, there were so many compounding issues, not just the press conference, that made it an HBCU issue. Can I say that? I feel like I'm at church. Are you following along?
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Are you following along with me? Right? It wasn't just the press conference. It wasn't just the horrible broadcast. It was the lack of marketing. It was the lack of advertising. It was the setting. Nothing about it felt professional. Nothing about it felt professional. And then when because I've watched this press conference like 4 times, right? I went back and watched it multiple times. Anybody that's blaming Michael Vick for underdressing, why? The whole atmosphere was that. When you go back, and I dare anybody, when you go back and look at that, it looks like a step above a high school graduation party. It looks like a step above a high school graduation party. So if Vick comes in with a 3-piece suit and everything decked out, he would have looked overdressed for the party. He would have looked overdressed for the occasion. That was I'm telling you, go back and watch it. Nothing about the event was like a spectacle. It wasn't Michael Vick. I felt, when I really break it down, I felt as though Michael Vick came dressed for the occasion. The occasion felt like high school graduation, you know what I'm saying? A quinceañera, like just a nice vibe, nice chill vibe. It was lax. It was a vibe. It was chill. It was laid back. Nothing about it felt like this was Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you would have got a couple autographs. It didn't give those type of vibes of this is a high class press conference. It didn't give any of that. I didn't even know where it was held at, but it felt like, somebody put in the comments, it felt like it was held at a cafeteria. I second that. So again, this isn't anything to me to where I get what the person's saying. I do that. If one school messes up, see all the HBCUs, but understand. Again, this is the stuff that that bothers my mind. I'm assuming this person is black. I'm assuming, I can assume that, right? If you know this is the logic going into it, you can't fuck it up. This is the stuff that bothers me about the HBCU community. We as individual blacks understand we don't have a leash. We don't have a very long leash to play with. So we always, 9 times out of 10, black people come over prepared. We either come overqualified or over prepared because we don't want the narrative to be, he wasn't ready. He wasn't prepared. He didn't come look. We always overdo it because we got to be twice as good to get half as much. We've lived our lives like that. So why, when it comes to HBCUs, they act like that doesn't apply? They act like that. They act like that doesn't apply. And it's just funny to me how if HBCUs, the schools, are microcosms of society or microcosms of our culture or a safe haven for blacks, then we should all understand the narrative that circulates the black community. And the HBCU should be even more hypersensitive to the narrative to make sure we knock this out the park. So again, I'm not giving again, a lot of HBCU apologists will give them the out. Oh, it was there, or oh, this was this. This was not the first time a superstar has touched down in the HBCU community. This is just the first time they fucked it up this bad. And that's what makes this even worse. That's why when I go into who's the blame for this review, for this horrible ass press conference, I'm sorry. Whoever is in charge of this press conference should have been demoted the same day. Either written up, demoted, or fired. But at this level, again, this isn't Dawson Odoms. This isn't Fred McNair. This isn't a Dr. Alvin Parker or a Damon Wilson or a Larry Scott or a James Cozy. We're talking about a black icon, Michael Vick, returning home. And this is what you give him? I would have rather Michael Vick been underdressed for the occasion, and then everybody like, damn, Michael, you that's how you come in, Michael? I rather it would have went that way. That Norfolk State took it so seriously. That Michael Vick came in unprepared. Like I'd rather Norfolk State would have been on that side of the fence than you underperformed and you look like you just completely dropped the ball. You completely dropped the ball. Now, this is my thing, B. I'll say this, Bishop. My thing has always been this. You should always be prepared for the moment, right? Like, let me be very clear. I'm going to be very clear. Like, I think for certain things, there are certain graces in certain areas, right? Like, for me, I'll give a perfect example. I have a very high standard for myself, but I understand I do a lot of stuff by myself, right? This is pretty much a one-man show. But if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it to a standard or level that I like, hey, this is my standard. So when people see me, they say, hey, that's your standard. And I've grown from my beginning to where I am now. This is my issue with Norfolk State. You have done a press conference. This ain't your first time doing a press conference. This is not your first time doing a press conference. And again, I can bet my bottom dollar that they did not practice that shit. It is if somebody told me they rehearsed that, you definitely should be fired. If that was rehearsing, if you rehearsed that trash, that was trash today. That was trash today. And instead of people talking, and again, this is the issue I have. Everybody's sending links for the news outlet. Everybody, anytime somebody wants to use a lot of footage, they're using it from the news outlet today. Not much is coming from the actual school because it was that bad. But we gonna get into all that because I got time today. And most of y'all Bama's got time today because y'all off, right? So in a review, we gonna go look at the film. Let's go look at the film, shall we? I ain't going to break it all the way down. Let me know if you guys can hear. Let me know if you guys can hear when I start playing this stuff. All right. Now, footage number 1. Again. Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that because it sounds bad. There is no reason why how Sway? How does this occur? How does this occur? How do you have a grown-ass man with a camera in your main shot? How is that possible? This can't happen. It cannot. If anything, you're supposed to tell all these talking heads, hey, get to the back. Get to the back. Get to the back. Let's continue on. Look at this. Now, mind you, this was your national broadcast. This is what you saw off YouTube at Norfolk State Athletics. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Look like a mom at a football game. Unacceptable. Whoever this is, there's no way this Bama should have been in your shot. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Again. Guys, come on, man. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. Why am I able to see all these Bamas? Come on, man. Phone. Everybody got a better view than you. Everybody got a better view than you. How is that possible? This Bama got an antenna pole. He got an antenna pole. With a camera. With no hang time. How you got no hang time, Willie? How he in front of you? What? Come on, man. Better view. Ridiculous. And I'm going to keep saying it. This was your broadcast to America. This was your broadcast to America. If I was an Norfolk State alum, I would be so embarrassed. This is what we show the masses. The one time that we're in the national news, this is what we're going to show. This is a travesty. Come on, man. This is the stuff that Bama's had to watch through. Again, I'm going to show you another iconic moment. Trash. Another iconic moment. Just straight trash.
Uh-oh, she gonna get in trouble.
This is an iconic moment. How? Sway. How? He got a whole hand in the broadcast. Mr. Antenna Pole got a whole thing in the broadcast. You can't even see the freaking jersey. You can't even see the 7.
My HBCU family, I love Norfolk.
Well, that's gonna be a good little household rivalry.
Again, iconic moment on a national broadcast. This is what you giving people. This is what people are seeing about your product. How is this inviting to do anything outside of Vick? Like, if I'm being honest, if I'm being, y'all Bamas don't even deserve Michael Vick. Listen, I'm so mad right now that this is what you did. I'm so upset. Like, you Bamas don't even deserve Michael Vick. For real. I know he from the 7th. I wish he would have went to Hampton. Because this is a travesty. What? This is a travesty. Huh? 7612 coming to you.
Scotty, what's going on? It's Eric from Jersey.
What's up, Eric? Talk to me, man.
So Chilling, man. Well, first off, shout out to you for breaking this story before everybody else. I gotta give you kudos. I don't know if a lot of people. I even tweeted at Adam Schefter like, "Yo, nah, bro." I said, "Off script TV did this the right way. Get out of here with all that Sacramento State stuff." But yeah, we in 2024 at the end of 24. This looked like it was taped in 2004.
Bro.
It's terrible.
Absolutely trash, bro. Absolutely trash. Go ahead.
If you, I do photography. I dabble in videography. It should have been one camera, even if you just had one main shot towards the front of the stage, and if it's your broadcast, and that's it. Like I don't understand. It's just it's crazy. You know what I mean? But I'll be honest with you. Your reactions actually had me laughing through the whole thing. It's so bad I had to laugh at you with you because of how bad it was.
Man, listen, man. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed because I'm like, this, because it makes people think that black stuff ain't good. You get what I'm saying? That, like, no matter how much you want to say and limit it to just Norfolk State, it goes back to the definition of nigga shit. When people say this is nigga shit, like, this is the definition of what they be talking about when black people say this nigga shit. This is the definition of it.
Let me ask you a real quick question. They knew this was happening for a while, right?
Listen, from the point where I still think it was rushed, but I think either Thursday or Friday he got a board approval, right? He got the board approved it, and then boom, Monday was the press conference. So they either had go ahead.
No, they from after doing my research, after you broke the story, all that stuff, they was in the talks for this September. Yo, just the fact that it was a possibility should have had them on.
Dog, listen.
Had them on it. Go ahead.
It's one of those things where it's stuff like again, people are gonna be so mad when I say this, but I keep saying this. The way it's two things. The way you do the little things is my mom used to say, how you do the small things tells me how you do everything, right? How you do the little things tells me how you do everything. And for me, I say that in the sense of, if a lot of people that work for white institutions or work for white businesses, there's a pride that they take in their work, even though they probably don't want to be there, and it's just, the people at Norfolk State can't tell me they take pride in their work. The people in the media broadcast, I can't speak for nobody else, but then it makes you go to the higher ups. If this is what you will allow, come on, I'm able to question you because of what you're able to put into the national. This is a national broadcast. This is the Pensacola broadcast for your institution and for Michael Vick at this moment. And this is what you decide to tell the masses about your institution, your production, and how you do things. I've been seeing this thing called the hashtag gold standard. There is no standard at Norfolk in the media department. You cannot tell me there is one, because I saw it today. At the highest level, with the most eyes on you, this is what you decide to put on the table. Nah, you can't make me a believer. Can't make me a believer.
Let's just hope the standard goes up from there, because somebody got to come at their neck. Somebody gonna have to, because come on. Like, I'm sitting there watching it with you, and I had to, like I said, I'm laughing. Then I had to stop. I had to turn it off after a while. I was like, nah. I was like, this is bad, And the audio was terrible. Like, give me something.
Give me one or the other, right? Give me one or the other. It's just bad, man. It's just bad. But appreciate the call, though, E. So let me keep going. Let's keep going. I see the callers on the line. Hey, Pastor Vick, stay with me for a little bit. Uncle Willie, stay with me. Let me go through this video. I'll be right with y'all. All right. Part 2.
Quickly. He said we're going to be here a very long time today. We're not. I promise you that.
Look, come on, man. Come on, man. What is this? And what's going to make this even more funny? Let's play the video.
We're gonna get out here and act like it's a 2030.
How? He got the promotion of the year. This is free advertising. I don't know who the hell JR Rock is, All-Star Entertainment, but I'm about to call. This is free promotion. Goddamn, if I would have known that, I would have got me a starter jacket and stood my ass up in the middle and say, subscribe to Off Script. Subscribe to Off Script. Free advertising. Probably over 10,000 people watch this stream. Come on, man.
These are some comfortable chairs. Oh,
What is this?
I need one of these in my office.
that's where I think we got it from. Coach.
Now, I want y'all to focus on this Bama right here. I want y'all to focus on this Bama. I'm going to take a call, but I want y'all to focus on that Bama. Pastor Vick, coming to you.
Man, what's up, Scotty, man? What's good with you, bro?
What's going on?
Listen, if from an outside person looking in, if you would have told me that Norfolk State was fighting for Michael Vick just by watching the press conference, I wouldn't believe you. I would have thought he would have signed with Sacramento State. Just by watching the press conference, man. Like, dog, Freaknik did better video cameras than what they did at Norfolk State, bro. Freaknik did better than that. Dog, like, where was the band? Like, where was the balloons? Where was the backdrop? Where was, like, sevens? I ain't seen no sevens. No, what was the sevens? What was sevens? What were the big jerseys? Where were, like, the band? Where was all the bravado? Where was, like, the excitement? Like, yo, we got Mike Vick back in the 757. Yo, he's here. We need to make this live. We need to make this grand. The camera angles was terrible. The mics was terrible. The lighting, like, for the whole press conference was terrible, bro. Like, Vick was up there looking like he was about to commit the doggone Virginia Tech. Like, he was back in high school, bro. You would have told, listen, Michael Vick was like he was about to commit to Virginia Tech just by looking at the doggone video, bro. Like,
oh, man. Dog. That's a good one, Pete. That's a good one.
Dog, it was terrible, bro. Like, the camera angle was bad. The lighting was bad on when Vick and his wife had the jersey up. They should have did a better job of, like, capturing that moment with Vick and his wife. They should have did a better job as far as promoting this whole thing. They should, like, showing Bruce Smith, showing Allen Iverson that was there, bro. Like, it should have been, like, it should have been more, man. Like, Norfolk State dropped the ball on this. I hope they make this up during the season as far as, like, letting Vick do what he need to do to help the team, bro. But, dog, Scotty, this was terrible, dog.
Absolutely terrible.
Was bad.
And absolutely terrible, man. It's if you want to know what bad look like, you want to stay like you know how they say you know a good standard. You're like, oh man, this is the standard right here. This is the standard of bad. Like if you want to know what bad looks like, and you're like, hey, you know what don't we want to do? Just show a Norfolk State press conference and be like, hey, this is not it. This is not what we want to do right here.
Scotty, let me say this, Scotty, before I go. They treated Dawson Odom better than Michael Vick. Dawson Odom had a better press conference than Vick, and it was still trash. So what they said about your production team, dog? Like it's terrible, bro. Like, dog, I agree with you, man. Like Norfolk State really made us look bad. Like back on nigga time. We was on nigga time today, and this wasn't the time to be on nigga time, especially with a figure like Michael Vick coming back home.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
Not the time to be on nigga time.
Absolutely.
I'm out, man.
Hey,
Jesus, bro.
Appreciate you. I want to stick with that, what Pastor Vick said about nigga time, right? Because what you want whites to say is, oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know a black school could do such a thing. That's what you want. That's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear, yeah, I kind of expected this from an HBCU with the blacks. Yeah, I kind of knew this was going to be it. That's what you don't. Now, let me say this. Remember, I told you to keep your eyes on the big man. All right? I told you to keep your eyes on the big man. Guess who fault it is? It's the fat man. The fake Neely, the Timu Neely, is his fault. how? See, this is what happens when you don't know how to. You trying to get your 5-10 minutes of fame, and you don't know how to. He's in charge of the broadcast. The nigga's in charge of the broadcast. Again, there's no way, no possible way that this Bama should still have a job. This is the standard director for sports broadcast and production. Ross Gordon, trash. Absolutely. Somebody said G-League. Trash. Oh. I see it. I see it, guys. I see. Listen, you ain't got it. I see the Timu Neely. I see it. You ain't got to tell me. They second cousins. I know what family look like. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How in the hell that this? See, you won't use. Oh my God! Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Uncle Willie, coming to you.
Hey, Scotty.
What's up?
Thank you for taking my call. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Come on now.
Those are my pet peeves I done had since 10 years old. Scotty, you said something in your last show, and you said something in this show that needs to be said, needs to be heard. You know, it's time out for excuses, HBCU excuses. You know, we make ourselves look bad with the nigga shit that we do. And I want people to hear it too. I understand where you're coming from. This weekend, I got a chance to get a taste of some of that shit that you're talking about. A lot of people in the so-called HBCU spaces, they throw stones and they hide their fingers. Then they want to play victim. They want to try to shape the narrative to fit their. They want to shape the conversation to fit their narrative. But on the most part, they can't take constructive criticism. You're not criticizing them. You telling them they need to do better. But them knuckleheads gonna feel like you putting down the black school. Do better.
Do better.
Stop doing nigga shit. I mean, it really pissed me off. There's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I'm gonna tell you like your grandma gonna tell you. What I don't get in the washing, I get in the rinsing. You know, you have a lot of trolls in your chat. They run back and tell the coalition who all be listening. Well, if they watching to see who's on your show, that means their ass is listening too, don't it?
That's what it sounds like.
Just dumb shit. Just dumb. I'm gonna tell you something. Most Jackson State women, this is what I done noticed in my 58 years. Most Jackson State women, when they get married, they marry one of those beta male, sorry ass niggas that gets into their fucking feelings. I'm a man. If motherfucker attack me, I'm going to attack their ass back. And I don't blame you. For regardless of what happened, I'm going to still love Jackson State. But I encourage you to get on their ass. Because if I seen them in my face, I'll slap shit out of them. Half of these motherfuckers be getting on here being with keyboard warriors. I can't stand no bitch ass nigga. And I don't care who y'all tell. Run tell that. Stop doing nigga shit. Thank you, Scotty.
No problem, Uncle Willie. Appreciate the call as always. Listen, and I think that's what it really goes. That's what it really boils down to. Like, you want to know what nigga shit look like today? You want to know what nigga shit look like? Let me show you what nigga shit look like today. I want to show you what nigga shit look like.
Some of them.
This is what nigga shit look like. This is what nigga shit look like. When you in a national broadcast and you got Bamas walking across your footage like we looking at a bootleg. The Bama with no hang time. This is what nigga shit look like. And you can get mad that I'm saying the N-word. But when you do nigga shit, this is what you get. This Bama is walking across a national broadcast with no hang time in the middle of your bootleg. We all remember them old bootlegs, them old Medea plays when Bama's used to be walking through the footage like that, and you like, man, shit, I don't even care. I got this for the free ski. I got this for the free ski. My homeboy hooked me up with this. You didn't care. We're talking about a national press conference with Michael freaking Vick. And you got a Bama with no hang time. I mean, cornrows. I mean, I'm talking about baby cornrows. Baby cornrows. I mean, we're still waiting for the invitation to come down to the bottom of the net. Walking across your stage in your national, come on, man. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But then Bama was going to get mad at me because I call it some nigga shit. Come on, man. Stop playing me. 1734 coming to you.
Out here.
Hey, caller, you live. $17.34. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you live.
Hey, Scotty.
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
How are you? Sincere from New York.
What's up, Sincere? Talk to me.
Okay, so do you think that this is like a sign of things to come, or do you think it's like an isolated incident?
Ooh,
do you think that the saying, if it starts bad, it ends bad, applies to this? And I think that he'll be a wonderful coach, but I'm just talking about the situation between him and the administration, like their reception, how they brought him in. Like, do you think there'll be friction later on that will force him to leave?
No, I don't think.
Move on.
I don't think there'll be friction. But what I will say is, it will make me question the media. It will make me. It makes me question all their media, right? So I don't trust that they'll have a good content push. I don't. If I'm my mind, this is how my mind works, and people can be mad. My mind is like, if this is what you will allow on a national scale, I don't see anything. I don't see how the content that you're going to push is like if we're expecting content and a big blitz of marketing and media, I can't see it coming if this is the standard on which you live on. That's just me personally. So from here going forward, everything they're going to have to prove to us or prove to me that they can do better. They just going to have to, because you can't tell me the biggest moment in your life it's like this. It's like the biggest moment in your life, and you don't properly plan for it. I
feel like they might have even told him, like, oh, it's going to be laid back, because even the guy that was on stage with him, he wasn't dressed up either. He was wearing like one of those shirts that the coaches wear when they're coaching. Like, he didn't have on a suit, right?
But that, to me,
I mean, they should have been dressed up, but I feel like they might have told him, oh, you don't need to do that, even though it would have looked better if he did.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But again, if that's their mindset, then again, what's the standard there? If you feel that Norfolk let Michael Vick say, hey, Michael Vick, now you don't gotta get dressed up, you good. We straight, we good. And then this is the broadcast. They don't care about Michael Vick putting on a suit. Then there is no standard. There is no standard at Norfolk State. Honestly, if that's what comes into your mind, then 1 + 1 = 2. So if that's what's crossing your mind at this point right here, to me it says there's no standard at Norfolk State, period. And that Michael Vick now has to set a standard of what he wants, because if we as people on the outside looking, like, say they don't got no standard, now Michael Vick has to come in and set a standard of what he wants to be like and what he wants it to look like and how he wants this thing to go and roll. So it's going to be on Michael Vick to set a standard at Norfolk.
Thanks, Scotty.
No
Can you hang
problem.
up, please? My fingers are frozen. I can't hang up.
No problem. Appreciate you. Appreciate the call. Smash coming to you.
Yo, Scotty.
What's up?
My God, Scotty. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give a little pushback a little bit, but
Give the pushback.
Well, I was gonna give a lot of pushback until you made me realize something. Okay, so I feel like he's doing a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the rollout could have been better, but we do gotta realize it is in December. You know, this is what I was gonna say before I say what I'm gonna say. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no students. I know a lot of people in Norfolk personally. I know the school. The rollout could have been bigger, but it is in December. No students done a band and everything. It'd have been great. You know what I'm saying? So they probably could have said, like, this will be a laid back event. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to do the most, right? That's that part. Because that's how I feel. I feel like as far as everything, because I feel like if that broadcast would have been so bad, you wouldn't have had nothing to say about it too much. But this is my point, since you pointed this out. You mean to tell me the dude that was interviewing him, he was over it? That's the part that made me mad, Scott. I'm like, you sitting up here interviewing Mike Vick and not worrying about the presentation and this
Thank
shit,
you.
And this is your job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because nothing else, I feel like the rollout, him being in jeans, all that shit irrelevant for real. Because if he'd had better control over that camera, you wouldn't have had nothing really to talk about. If you ask me, nice, cool, let's say we all.
We would have been like, it would have been like it was like a home. It was like a home feel. You know, we would have been. It would have been more like that. It would have been like, hey, it was laid back. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad, right? It would have been that. It would have been like that.
Exactly. I'm saying it, and that's the part that made me mad. I'm like, I don't see what Eric, because you got a lot of people gonna call in and just say, like, because I don't think Dion his rollout was better because he had the band, but he was in school at the time as well. You know what I'm saying? But I do think, now that I know that he was the one asking the question over this, y'all could have waited till January. You know what I'm saying? Have a big rollout.
That's
and
what
at the same time as a person, huh?
No, that's where to me, Smash, when your first point when you said about all the people are gone and I get that. Then to me, it's like, why even do it in December? It didn't make any sense. Like, just wait.
Wait, and then to know that he's the one over this, he the one gotta get the blame. Because you know me, I see how I was watching it. I said, wait a minute, this camera isn't even close. The whole thing we watched was on the zoom, meaning like, you know how you zoom the lens in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it looks so bad. Maybe if y'all had something as simple as them, because I know the Norfolk area well. I bet the news broadcast wasn't like that.
It definitely was. It was nice. It was nice.
And you could have simulcast with the news because you're partners with them. Norfolk is not that big, so I'm pretty sure everybody know everybody. So for this to be like this, I'm blaming the guy who was interviewing him because you're so busy trying to get these weak ass questions off. You know what I'm saying? This week, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, you know, your job should have been better done than that. So I don't want to, like the last lady who called in, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna say, to answer that question, no, I don't think it's a representation of Norfolk, and that's the point. Because I know Norfolk is a good school and they have better than this. But the person in charge, we're gonna fault him. Let's stop I'm not letting Norfolk take this blame. His ass need to be the one that get this blame and this flame. Because I don't think it's a big deal. But when I looked at the camera angle, you right above the damn cornrows, they got everybody with cell phones and she got better shots than y'all.
Come on, man.
Job skill.
But Smash, but this is the thing though. It's not like, see, it's different if you contracted this workout, right? Like if you contracted it out and it was bad, then you like, damn, we just got to fire it. But when listen, this is what I don't get. And I think people are being a little too nice on, and I agree with you, Smash. I am paying you to put on a sports broadcast. That is in your job description. And this is what you give me? I can't get past it. And again, this tells me you did not do any setup shots. You didn't.
Once I see the news broadcast better than his, you didn't worry about it. You were so busy about being in front of the Cascadi. I could put that HDMI and the H3 wire in your camera that you got right now and had a better broadcast than this. Right now. That was something so simple.
So simple.
You know what I'm saying? And blocking it all, man. That's the part that's making me mad. Like, because I don't want Norfolk to get the blame. But it is what it is. It's his fault. Everybody who watching this and don't know too much, that was on a zoom ass lens, and proper protocol wasn't taken. Nobody's supposed to be in the middle of that first shot. It's supposed to be side views only, where we have a clear shot of that stage. We didn't give it a chance. We the people of Norfolk and the alumni didn't even get a good shot of the damn jersey. That's the part that pissed me off. So I'm like, damn, we can't get a thumbnail if we wanted one. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
That's my spill, Scotty. it's nigga shit like the man said, but it ain't so much on Norfolk. Is the person if he want to interview, it's his fault.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Match. I think I'll for the guy that's running it, he gets no mulligan for me. He gets no mulligan for me. His ass needs to be on the hook, big time. I'll give Norfolk State the mulligan, but understand you're playing. You're trying to dig yourself out of a hole. You get what I'm saying? It's like when you talk to a girl and you come up with a corny joke. Now you trying to fight your way back in. You already on your way out. You get what I'm saying? Now you're trying to work your way back into her good graces. And it's the same thing. Norfolk is now, they got to work their way back into everybody's good graces who is not a Norfolk State fan because this is what you showed us. This was your first impression.
You is something like you. Like, this is funny because I say, damn, I feel like because sometimes it's kind of trolling. Do we have a damn good point? But then when you told me that this was the guy, because I'm like, because when I watched it, I'm like, who this nigga is? Who he is to be interviewing somebody? Son, you know how easy it's been for me to clip that damn ESPN clip and everybody putting them damn heads on to have a clean intro. You know, that's literally me going on YouTube, copy, paste, cut the link, and put it together with the broadcast. That's simple. 1 + 1 is 2. But to know that the guy who was over this and in charge of this was the one answering them questions, that's the problem I have. No, Norfolk, I'm saying, I feel like I'm playing Captain Saver because this don't got nothing to do with Norfolk. It's got something to do with the person who was in charge. So everybody who listens to this, you're talking to somebody who knows damn near everything about digital media and broadcast. That was something so simple to do. A simple seating arrangement could have changed Scotty's whole view of what's going on. So that's my time, Scotty. But that's not the school fault. That's that guy's fault. So yeah, I'm gone.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, I think in this situation, you're guilty by association. I love Smash. Smash like my brother from another. I think you're guilty by association, right? Like, again, it's one of those things. What I like to do is I like to dumb stuff down because I'm former military, and the military is KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid, right? So I'm gonna keep it simple, stupid for everybody. I think about it like this. If you want a 2-man mission, right? If you want a 2-man mission and you talking to 2 girls and your homeboy is over here jacking up the mission, his game ain't together, it's going to mess it up for everybody. Now your girl looking at you crazy because she like, you hang with this Bama? This what you hang with? This your mans? And you got your mans making you look bad. Like, hey, bro, come on, man, chill out, bro. Hey, you scaring the girl, you scaring the booty away. What you doing? It's guilty by association. So now it makes people look at you differently because it's like, this is what you hang with. And again, you can say it's not Norfolk State fault. They the ones paying them. They the ones paying them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I gotta look at you because you felt he was good enough for the job. You felt he was good enough for the title, and you gave it to him, and you gave him the responsibility, and he jacked it up. So now it's on you. What you gonna do? That's where it comes down to. It's not being a hater. It's not being overcritical. It's and again, it's too many times at schools. I won't say HBCUs. It's too many times at schools where people are in titles and they're making this money and they're not held to the standard of the title or to the paycheck that they get. Period. 7887 coming to you.
Hey, peace, Scotty. Happy holidays, man.
Happy holidays, man. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Ron. I'm calling from Queens, New York.
Oh, shoot.
So
Okay.
I'm a Morgan State alum. My wife is a Norfolk State alum. My daughter goes to FAMU right now, and our son goes to Claflin. We're HBCU fans.
Shout out to Claflin, baby. Come on, man.
That's right. I saw you with the merch the other day. I appreciate that.
Anytime.
When I watched it, I turned it off. Let me start there. I turned it off because I was so embarrassed. Not just for Norfolk, I was just embarrassed for all HBCUs.
Thank you.
I just turned it off, and I was embarrassed for all HBCUs. And I'm thinking, okay, it got past the board just now. They wanted to move on it, get this press conference done. I got it. Strike while the iron's hot. But they just obviously just wasn't ready. Well, okay, let me back up. I don't want to say they wasn't ready. Maybe this is how they do. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm giving them grace and saying they wasn't ready. And if that meant that they got to push it back to after New Year's, who would have been mad at that?
Nobody.
So I'm really upset with them. I text my wife. She's like, she ain't watch it. I told her don't watch it. And I don't even know. I'm just hoping that they get better. That's all I can say, because I'm embarrassed. I was embarrassed for all HBCUs.
Let me ask you this: because you're entrenched in it, your family's entrenched in it. Why do you say I was embarrassed for all HBCUs? Why does that? Why do you take that moniker on when it wasn't Morgan State, it wasn't Claflin, it wasn't FAM, it was Norfolk? But why did that make you feel the way that you feel? Because I think a lot of people are saying, a lot of people might feel that shouldn't be something that gets pushed off on everybody. But why do you feel differently?
Yeah, it shouldn't be, right? What happens at one should never be blanketed over all. But we live in reality, and we know that, especially with Black things. This is a Black thing, especially with Black things, and especially when we're looking at our HBCUs, when one shows a level that is of a lower effort than the others, and at such a high level, then you got, first off, you got eyes on this that probably would not have eyes on HBCU things.
That's facts. That's big time facts.
So those people, they probably not too entrenched, and they saw it, and that is their, that's how they do. Maybe they're not even subliminal with thinking that's how they do it. It just comes across. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it should always be an event where they look at it and they say, oh man, okay, that's the standard. I don't expect anything less. Or, wow, that's even better than what I thought.
Thank you.
So I don't know where they go from here, but that was so below subpar. I just felt like it was someone with an iPhone. I don't even know if it was an iPhone. iPhone shoots better than that. But it was someone with a phone that was just perched in the background, maybe had it on a tripod, and that was the extent. That was no broadcast. If that was a broadcast, I come on. So I don't know where to go with it. I'm gonna leave my comments there, and I just want to say happy holidays to you and your family. I appreciate you, and thank you for bringing us the entertainment.
Hey man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was an iPhone too. Hey, listen, real talk though. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Hopefully, y'all bear with me. Smoke coming to you. Then TJ coming to you. Smoke, go ahead.
Yo, what up with my boy?
What's up?
Man, listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This got to be one of the worst coaches,
press conferences. Yeah.
Seen, man. First of all, this old ass motherfucker. Remember the Titans as varsity game.
Did you say remember the Titans?
Yeah, I go watch footage, and the camera quality is horrible. They should have just let you came out there and filmed it if they was just gonna do that bullshit. I heard Smash mention something about, everybody's away from school, which it is December, it's Christmas. Let's not forget, bro. When we bought DN in, man, we had it in the basketball gym. We had a police escort, a few band students, and a few alumni and some people. But not only that, remember this was during COVID.
Yeah.
We did that during COVID. So there's no excuse. I feel like there's no excuse. Norfolk has a 4,500 basketball gym, bro. You know what I'm saying? They could have had it on the floor in the basketball gym. A few alumni, a few, press, whatever. It just all around could have been better, bro. We're talking about Michael Vick. I heard you say this man is like the Kobe Bryant of football. You talked about that. If Kobe Bryant was to come to the school, is that how you treat him? Is that how you do Kobe?
Yeah.
If Kobe was being, it just could have been all around, could have been better, bro. I heard somebody say, if it doesn't start off bad, does it end bad? I hope not, but I hope he comes in and he sets the standard for how it's supposed to be, and hopefully, as things goes on, they fix what needs to be fixed and take the criticism, and use it as okay. We need to get our shit together instead
Yeah.
of getting in your feelings because you could have did better.
Yeah.
Simple. Bro, Scotty, HBCU game, they had a better seat than Norfolk's own media team.
Come on, man.
That man was sitting front row.
Who
Like,
you talking about? You talking about Gaither?
Yeah, he was sitting front row. Your media team is in the back with no hang time in front of them. But this dude is in front row.
Oh, that's Gaither with the cornrows?
I don't think was that Gator with the cornrows.
I thought that's what you were saying. I thought you said that was Gator with the cornrows. Oh shoot! I was about to say, dang.
Oh no. No. I don't think that was him. But whoever was there for HBCU game day, he was in front row.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it just all around could have been better, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up, but it could have been better.
It could have been. Yeah, I agree with you. Hey, that remember the Titan. Oh, they said that was. Oh, that was. Oh, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. That. What the chat was? Oh. Are you? I feel like Kevin Hart. Oh, he says he ain't got no nipples. Are you telling me no hang time Willie was Steven Gaither? Yo, that's diabolical. That's diabolical. No way. No way. No way. Oh, that's crazy. That's diabolical work right there. TJ, coming to you.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Had to call in again, but listen, that was beyond a rookie mistake. That was an ego mistake. And that ego came from the president, from the AD, from whoever that guy is. I don't know if he was the SID. They didn't have to have that press conference at this time of the year. I see that Jackson State is planning their parade of the Celebration Bowl in January. Am I correct for that?
Yeah. The Celebration Bowl.
Okay,
yeah,
so that's when students come back. That's when they can get time to get things together. This is the same thing they could have did with the Mike Vick press conference. They could have went to him and said, "Hey, man, you look at Sean Gill's interview on press conference. He got the A&T color tie on. The president is dressed to impress.
Got the A&T pin, on the lapel.
Right. So all of that, and I'm not knocking him for how he dressed. I'm knocking the school for the whole event. Like I told you earlier, the president spoke entirely too long for it to be an athletic event. The AD, I don't know what she was talking about. And Michael Vick, he really didn't say anything. It was like a fake YouTube production or something like that. Like my son could have did that in his bedroom better than that.
That's fair.
And it just wasn't a professional event overall. And the reason that Smash and everyone else is in the previous caller was talking about he was mad for all HBCUs because we were taught to do things better. We were taught to dress better. We were taught to be overly prepared. We were taught that in the classroom. And this going to Claflin.
Yeah.
You had to dress up twice a week.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that. Please don't. Please don't.
So to see the production or the lack thereof of production, Claflin Mass Comm team could have did better than that. It's just not a HBCU standard. And for the president to get up there and name all the accolades about Norfolk State, and it was a trashy event, man, overall. It's just we should all be mad and disappointed. And the second note is there was no marketing. There was no number 7s anywhere on the bid in there. No number 7s, no season ticket mentions, no nothing.
No nothing.
Like it was like just look, and that's why I said, Scotty, I've been in these cabinet meetings, I've been in this administration. That's why it was an ego mistake because they didn't even have to have it today at all. You knew you was hiring the guy. The first thing I would have got together was season tickets. You know your schedule already.
How we gonna roll it out? And that's the most important thing. Right. How we gonna roll it out?
Right. And I'm also I'm disappointed, but I keep telling you guys this. These conferences are ran just like the campuses are ran. Because why? The campus presidents are made of the conference. The MEAC should have stepped in and said, hey, this is a high profile event. We need to have more visibility. We need to do this a better way. And you're down the street from Norfolk State. Come on, man. Like it just makes us look bad on all fronts, man. And it's bad. It's just really bad. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right, bro. No problem, man. Appreciate the call, TJ.
You too.
6101 coming to you.
Hey man, it's Dr. Love, man.
What's up, Dr. Love? Talk to me.
Hey man, they basketball team got one of the best medias. Where they at?
Hey,
they should use the basketball team media.
Should have done something different. Should have done something different.
They basketball stuff be lit. They should have got the basketball.
They ain't on the basketball court. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe if it's on the basketball court, it's better, but they ain't on the basketball court.
Oh, they dropped the ball. All right, man.
All right, Brody. Appreciate the call. Hey, listen, I can't listen. If it ain't on the basketball court, I ain't got nothing for you. But I wanted to show y'all this. This was shot on an iPhone. This was shot on the iPhone. Listen, I don't care. This is some high quality stuff right here. That was shot on Rocky's iPhone. Look how crisp that looked. Look how crisp that looked. Again, you can't even blame it on if they would have got a decent iPhone, it would have came out better than what was done today. Just absolute. It's mind-blowing to me how you let this event go in the direction that it went in today. Is just absolutely asinine to me. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it. You got to be held accountable, man. When your title is director for sports broadcast and production, and that's the standard by which you're setting, I'm sorry, bro. Like, let's not play this game and act like if you are a manager that he would not be sitting in your office right now. I mean, if he was sitting in your office right now, you would be chewing him up and spitting him out. No diddy. Anybody who's a manager in this chat right here, right now, knows damn well that they would be chewing this Bama out. Chewing this Bama out. It's sad, man. It's sad. But oh my goodness. Right? It's bad. It's bad. But again, I know people are going to come to Norfolk State Defense. And again, you're talking about, Scotty, the band media is good and the basketball media is good. Well, tell me who's in charge of those. Because that should be the guy in charge of your sports broadcast. Because that's the person who's in charge of that media for basketball and who's in charge of the media for band. At the end of the day, they have a standard on how they want their stuff to come out and look. But the guy that's over sports broadcasting and production doesn't care. You can't tell me he cares, because at the biggest event, this is what you put out. So give me the guy who does the basketball media. Give me the guy who does the band media. Give me that guy. Don't give me this ninja. Give me that guy. Mr. Bugs, coming to you.
How you doing, Scotty? You doing all right, brother?
What's going on? I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Man, doing well, brother. I was really kind of excited to really watch the introduction of Michael Vick. It's Michael Vick going back to the house. So I was expecting to hear the song of Coming Home, hear see his highlights coming in as well, kind of like what JSU did with Dion. It wasn't like that, but it was I got to give it to JSU. They killed it when they introduced Dion. That was off the chain. It was exciting, and they got the crowd involved. Now, if Fox News was on it on Sunday when he was on NFL Network, which is fine. They were on it saying, "Hey, he's leaving." So there was a lot of pub behind this. Of course, ESPN First Take. So there's a lot of media behind this, and for this to happen today, if I am a recruit and Michael Vick is coming to the house, and there's a lot of media behind this before the introduction, and I see this, why would I go to Norfolk State University? Why would I go? Because this generation wants to be seen, which is fine. They want to be acknowledged for their talents on the field because you have NIL involved now, right? But if this is the production that they're getting, I mean, this was trash. And then of course, I guess the director of media, whatever his name is, guys, he needs to go.
Got to go.
I mean, the iPhone crooked? Like, we can't get no Canon, no Nikon. How about we actually get some students that actually go to Norfolk State University and intern them for this, and let them be a part of the Mike Vick experience of the introduction. Like, this is trash. What was going on? My wife, she's Hispanic. She was like, I mean, I was looking forward to Michael Vick, but if this is the case, my kid ain't going there. Like, well, like why would a 3 or 4 star athlete want to go to Norfolk State?
I mean,
This is going to be it.
You're going from Vick. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going for Vick. You're not going for the clicks. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Vick gonna get you clicks, right? You know, going to Norfolk and partnering with Vick is gonna get you clicks. But you know, it's the kids ain't gonna care. Okay, the kids ain't gonna care. Listen, as a parent, I would be a little skeptical because like, if it was my kid, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because Vick is going to outweigh everything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me and Mr. Campbell talked after the press conference, and he brought up a great point. He was like, you know, people my age and older, we remember No Diddy playing with Michael Vick on Madden 04. You know what I'm saying? Like, he you know, him being on the cover, him being, I think he was like 100 speed. If he wasn't 100 speed, he was like 99 speed, but I think he was 100 speed. Like, I remember that game vividly, right? Yeah. Vividly, because I think either the year before or the year after they brought in the hit stick, right? So, it just, like, Michael Vick is he's a very iconic player, and people can say, oh, he didn't win or whatever, but for my generation and up, you know, who grew up with Michael Vick, I mean, it would be an honor for him to come into your house and recruit your kid. It just would be, you know, it just would.
Sure.
And I think that is going to weigh. I think that's going to weigh a lot of things. But if I'm Michael Vick, you gotta set a standard at Norfolk now. You see what, if you let them on, you see what they will do. Leave them to their own vices. You'll see what they will do. And if I'm Vick, that's not my brand. That's not my brand.
Let me ask this question. Okay. We've seen the debacle of this whole rollout. Can they redo it again, but brand it differently, called maybe the Mike Vick experience for the fans, and roll it out in that manner to where it's a production behind it. It actually smells good. It gets the fans involved. You get to properly market the Michael Vick 7 jerseys. I love what Bishop Campbell was talking about on your previous live today about the 7 experience, man. Would that be a good thing to do if they can put together a good video production for this?
I think if you wanted a re-rollout, I think Mr. Campbell came up with the perfect plan. The new year, January 7th, have a new rollout, like a reintroduction of Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? And have a big bonanza of an event that can kind of get the bad taste out of your mouth of the former press conference and just show a better quality. You know what I'm saying? But and somebody said the spring game. I think the spring game is okay. Yeah, you can make that a spectacle as well. I mean, because I'm planning on going. I plan on going to the spring game. But I think, you know, again, it's hard. And our parents has told us it's hard. There's no second chance at a first impression. And that is what you put, that's what you show the world of your first impression. And I hate it, man. I really hate it. I really, really hate it.
Yeah,
Because
me as well.
yeah,
Man.
because it just seems like, and I know this is gonna sound very pessimistic, but I feel like no matter how high Vic takes this program, it always is going to be sullied by that press conference. It just is. And people can say, Scotty, you're being over dramatic, but it's like, no, because it's like anytime you want to go back to it, you be like, but that damn press conference was trash. Like it's just going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. It's not to say that Vic's successes at Norfolk aren't going to be highlighted or be great or whatever. But in the back of your mind, it's always going to be like, damn, that press conference was so bad, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is just something you just talk about forever.
Yeah, that's it, man. Hopefully they can turn it around, man, because today it was, man, that was, man, this dude, Neely Part 2, he needs to go. He got to go. But, man, God bless you, man. Have a good day, Doc.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's just, man, and again, I know you guys are like, Scotty, you're so dramatic, you take things. I'm just saying, man, like it's just one of those things where again, I'm not the sharpest tool in the drawer, I'm not the most colorful crayon, but I'm gonna break it down to you like from me, right? I look at it like this. I look at it like when you date a girl, right? Or if you go on a bad first date with a girl, even if you guys end up getting married, what is always talked about? Girl, let me tell you about our first date. Oh, it was so bad. He got allergic to the shrimp, and then the waiter didn't give it. It's always going to go back to the bad first date, right? The way me and my wife met, listen, everybody can talk about, oh, Key and Scott, they are so great together. If we told you how we first met, it's always a head turner. That story is always a head turner because of how we met, of how it started, right? So again, I'm not saying that you can't succeed with your partner even after a bad first date. I'm not saying that. But that first date will be talked about. Girl, why you even, girl, I just, he was just so cute and he was so lame though, but I don't know, it was just something about him. And then y'all Bama's end up getting married. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. 7770 coming to you. Hey, caller, you live. Hey, caller, you live.
Scotty.
Yeah, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, hey, what's up, man? It's Nate from Georgia.
Talk to me.
Hey, if I'm Vick's team, I wouldn't even give Norfolk a second chance to do anything. I would go ahead and take it over right then and there, or at least start your own media production, which I believe, I don't know how involved his wife is going to be, but his wife was a producer on Basketball Wives with Shawnee O'Neal when she was on there for a couple seasons.
Okay.
I think was introducing like NFL Wives.
Okay.
So if I was Vick's team, go ahead, have wifey, go ahead, set up his production staff, and go ahead and start rolling out his POV and try to get things back on track for him.
I like that. I really do. I think that, listen, keep it a family affair, man. Hey, that's what Dion did. You know what I'm saying? His son in that joint. Hey, get your wife up in that production meeting. I know, like, at the end of the day, she probably got her own thing going, but a little help every now and then won't hurt.
And it don't have to be nothing big. Just set them up with a videographer and a producer, and it's all about this storyline. And it don't have to be fancy. A clip a week, at least until Norfolk gets their situation in place, because that was atrocious. And year one, Norfolk just needs to hire a media specialist, and whoever's over that media department, whoever needs to just assist that specialist and look and learn
until this first year is out the way.
I like it. No, I like it a lot. That's real.
Yeah, but that's it, man. Keep enjoy this show. Keep doing what you do.
I appreciate it. Let me see what Reggie said. Reggie said, Scotty, if you were Mike Vick's agent, how would you have handled this if you found out the school poorly planned this event? I would be pissed. I would be pissed because it's two ways you can play it. It's two ways you can play it. You can play it as Mike Vick the savior, right? That the shit's so bad that Mike Vick got to come in and change everything. You can go the Dion route. I don't think Mike Vick is Dion-esque, right? To have that, to have that kind of like persona. I think Mike Vick's is real chill, laid back, like, hey man, come in and do my job. Or you go to the administration and say, hey, this has never happened again. And whoever was on top of that, we don't want him over top of anything else ever again. That's how I would play it. Whoever was in charge of this event, I never want him in charge of anything else that we put on again. Give me somebody else. Point blank, period. Eric, come back to you.
Scotty, the only thing that's going to make people forget about this press conference is a winning season, because that's the only thing that's going to erase this.
Yeah.
Everything else is downhill. Because I'm like, you're right. Like every time they talk about it, it's going to be like, yeah, da-da-da-da. But that press conference was ABC, XYZ. It was terrible. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's just in my head. And like, even though I've just been listening the whole time, I'm like, y'all had imagine you going somewhere and the baddest chick that you could think of is going to be there. You gonna come correct, right? You're gonna be ready. You're not gonna just be like, well, I'm not gonna dress that. I'm gonna make sure my pants is wrinkled, or I'm not gonna have my best whatever on.
Yeah.
You're gonna make sure you look correct. You're gonna make sure you got your best cologne on, everything. Y'all had time. I don't want to hear about a week is enough time. You know what I mean? If I get a call from a week from now that I gotta go to the AFC championship or whatever press conference, I'm gonna come correct.
Yeah.
Y'all have plenty of time. There's no excuse for this. And it's just terrible. Like the more I listen, the more aggravated I get.
I agree, man. The more I think about it, the more aggravated I get. That point blank, period. But that's just me.
All right, that's all I had.
Hey, appreciate the call, my boy. It says, yo, Scotty, they might act like they don't hear you, but we know Bama's listening. They better be listening. They better be listening, because that was atrocious. Level control over everything with the face on and going forward. I think you gotta again, right? Because if you gotta look at it as, if I'm Mike Vick's agent, I probably don't know a lot about Norfolk. You know what I'm saying? And how they move and how they run. And this was my first introduction to that. So now I'm trying to figure out going forward, who's going to be over top of our content? Who's going to be on top of media? Are we going to pay for media? Are we going to get somebody from the school? Right? So now I'm going, I need to be, if I'm Vick's team, I need to be uber anal, no Diddy, about who's over top of our stuff. Do we need to get an outside person? Do we need to get an inside person? Any of that stuff, right? So, because again, your brand is Vick, but the brand has to grow until now it's Coach Vick. It's the same thing I say, right? There's Deion Sanders and then there's Coach Prime. There's Michael Vick and now there's Coach Vick. It's two different things. I can love Michael Vick, the player, but I don't like Coach Vick as the coach, right? Those two things can be true. So I think going forward, now you have to push this Coach Vick brand on top of Michael Vick, but you got to push this Coach Vick brand and get him out there, get him walking, get him at the Norfolk State Stadium, get him in the office, get him in all these different places, right? So people can start to see and gravitate and do all those things that they need to do, man. So that's just my little 2 cents on it. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm done with y'all. Promise you, I'm done with y'all. It is what it is, man. I had to get that off my chest. It had been stewing in me for too long, and I just had to get it off my chest. So, again, starting this bad, you only got up to go, but it's a tall climb. It's an absolute tall climb. All right. So listen, if no big news breaks, man, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I hope all you guys get what you do, and Happy New Year. I haven't talked to Perry, so I don't think there's going to be outspoken because it's a tight ship. It's a tight timeline. I haven't talked to him. He might be on vacation, you know, doing what he do. So probably not. But listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.